Life has this absolutely fascinating way of clearing our path, even when we're desperately clinging to what feels safe and familiar. It's like trying to hold water in your hands. You know that feeling, right? The tighter you grip, the more it slips through your fingers. We get so attached to our current situation, our current relationships, our current version of ourselves that we miss what's actually happening. Here's the thing, we often don't realize that what feels like devastating loss in the moment is actually life making space for something more aligned with who we're becoming. It's not cruel or random. There's this incredible intelligence at work, even when it doesn't feel like it. When something gets stripped away, it's not because the universe hates you. It's because there's something better waiting. And your hands need to be free to catch it. Let's talk about relationships for a minute, because this is where it gets really real. Think about those relationships that ended before you were ready. Maybe you were blindsided by a breakup. Or maybe you saw it coming but fought tooth and nail to keep it alive. In the midst of that heartbreak, it feels impossible to imagine loving again, let alone finding something deeper and more meaningful. But somehow, time has this magical way of revealing that this ending was actually a beginning. It was making way for a love that fits your evolved self, one that matches your growth and understands your worth in ways the previous one couldn't. Those past relationships weren't failures or wasted time. They were teachers, preparing you for a love that truly speaks your language. I've seen this play out so many times. People get their hearts broken, and they think it's the end of the world. I've been in this same boat many times. But then, months or years later, they meet someone who makes them think, oh my god, this is what I was actually looking for. And suddenly, they're grateful for all those failed relationships because they led them exactly where they needed to be. The same principle applies to our careers and opportunities. What seems like a devastating no often leads to an unexpected yes that couldn't have happened otherwise. Maybe that job you didn't get was actually protecting you from a path that would have dimmed your light. Perhaps that business that failed was building the resilience and wisdom you need for your true calling. I love how life works like this. We get so tunnel vision on one specific outcome that we can't see the bigger picture. But lies playing chess while we're playing checkers. It's redirecting us to opportunities that align more perfectly with our authentic selves, even when we can't see it in the moment. So the next time you face a setback, ask yourself, what if isn't a roadblock, but a redirect? Now, let's talk about something that's really tough: losing friends. This can be particularly painful, especially those who've been there for years. But sometimes, growth means acknowledging that certain friendships have served their purpose, like books in a library. Some friends are meant for certain chapters of our lives. Outgrowing these relationships doesn't diminish their value. It actually honors the role they played in shaping who you become. It creates space for connections that match your current frequency and support your continued evolution. It's not about becoming too good for old friends. It's about recognizing that you're becoming someone new, and that's okay. And then there's that really unsettling period of losing yourself. Those moments when you feel disconnected from who you thought you were. Man, these identity crises are terrifying, aren't they? You look in the mirror and think, who is this person? Everything you thought you knew about yourself gets questioned. But here's what I've learned. These moments, though scary as hell, are often the cocoon phases before a beautiful transformation. Their life's way of stripping away layers that no longer serve you, preparing you for a version of yourself that's more authentic, more purposeful, and more aligned with your true calling. You're not losing yourself, you're fighting yourself. Here's the real truth about loss that nobody talks about. It's not just about what we're letting go of, but what we're making room for. Every ending creates space for a new beginning. Every goodbye opens the door for an unexpected hello. The pain you feel now is not your final destination. It's the bridge leading you to where you're meant to be. Trust that God, the universe, or life isn't being cruel when it takes things away from you. It's clearing the path for what genuinely belongs in your life. When you feel something slipping away, when your heart aches with the weight of loss, remember that this too is part of your journey toward your highest good. The stones in your path aren't obstacles. They're stepping stones leading you to your most authentic life. One day, you'll look back at this moment of uncertainty and pain, and you'll understand that it wasn't just necessary, it was a gift. It was guiding you toward a life more beautiful than anything you could have planned for yourself. So here's what I want you to do. The next time life starts clearing your path, even when it hurts like hell, try to trust the process. Lean into the discomfort of not knowing what's coming next. Because on the other side of that uncertainty, that's where your magic lives. That's where your most authentic, most fulfilling life is waiting for you. And that's a wrap on today's episode. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. Until next time, trust the journey. Stay limitless. Thank you.